We live in the future. Did you know that human ancestors date back as early as about 6 million years ago? Yet for the first time in the entirety of human history, almost anyone can leave the bounds of Earth and visit space for about the median price of a house in the United States, and all while watching Spaceballs.
That is great. They're just relaxing, very nice and comfortable inside Dragon.
Or maybe even a YouTube video of robots dancing. In other space news, Blue Origin broke records by sending the oldest and youngest person to ever visit space in their New Shepard rocket at the age of 90 and 18 respectively. More records were broken this year too. The launch of Inspiration 4 aboard a Dragon spacecraft was the first all-civilian mission to ever orbit Earth. In the process, they created a stunning Netflix series and raised over $200 million for St. Jude's Hospital. Not bad, Inspiration 4. Speaking of SpaceX, that's right. They landed a Starship. Finally. Now, we don't need to talk about how they just barely landed it, but they did nonetheless. They were so excited that they have since constructed a launch tower to stack an entire Starship. I think I'll just pause here for dramatic effect. While wrapping up space, we are looking forward to the launch of the James Webb Space Telescope, which will see further into the universe than Hubble ever could. But no hate, Hubble, we still love you. China has constructed their own space station, which is now occupied. This reminds me, we set another record in space this year. Between the Chinese space station, the ISS, and the Inspiration 4 mission, we had 14 people in space at one time. That's the most people ever. Bringing it back to Earth, despite COVID-19's grip on the airline industry, the airlines are recovering well and setting forth strong plans for the future. For example, United Airlines has placed an order for 270 next-generation Airbus 320s and Boeing 737s. United has also placed tentative orders on a number of electric aircraft and supersonic aircraft. Bring on the supersonic flights. Yes, we miss you, Concorde. And this is all to help United achieve their goal of carbon-neutral operations by 2050. Speaking of COVID, it has changed the way that we work. In fact, this may change the way we work permanently. The biggest change is the fact that more people are working from home more than ever before. In addition, COVID sparked changes in touchless technologies. Contactless soda drink dispensers, Starbucks' first cashierless store, contactless payments, digital driver's licenses, and so much more. You know, I was thinking, between digital driver's licenses and contactless payments, I may soon no longer need to carry around any wallet or cards, only my phone. One technology that was amplified recently is the idea of a metaverse. Mark Zuckerberg stated that the metaverse is a virtual reality construct intended to supersede our current way of interacting with the internet, to merge virtual life with real life and create endless new playgrounds for everyone. He promised that you're going to be able to do almost anything you can imagine. The metaverse will be accessed via virtual reality and augmented reality, and it will contain an entire ecosystem and economy built inside. The metaverse sort of makes sense as the next iteration of the internet. Once, the internet only comprised of text, then photos, then videos, like the one you're watching now. The fourth iteration of this is the metaverse, a much more immersive way to experience and share. Computer hardware has continued to grow as well. 5G internet coverage is expanding at a rapid rate. Intel, AMD, Nvidia, Samsung, and Apple have all promised to push the boundaries for what's possible in computing. Intel has announced that beginning now until at least the end of this decade that they would outpace Moore's Law. Our smallest transistors are currently about 4 nanometers in size, which is at least smaller than this. All of these advancements have helped supercomputers too. The United States will soon be releasing 2 new supercomputers capable of greater than 1 exaflop. That's 1 million trillion operations per second. That's a lot. Supercomputers help with things like astrophysics simulations, rocket engineering, medical sciences, and meteorology. As supercomputers get faster, weather forecasts become better. Have you noticed just how much better our weather forecasts are today when compared to just a decade ago? The future is crazy, and the future is here. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this view of the very first fully electric and autonomous container ship making one of its first voyages.